Pilates, there is a couple of things you need to know. If you've never done it before, it's really essential you understand neutral spine. What is neutral spine? It's the safest position for your spine. If you are standing or you're seated or you're in fetal position or you're facing down, whatever you do in life, there is a neutral stance. On our app, we've got all the videos laid out for you. On YouTube, the same thing. 30 seconds maybe you can spend going back a step again and just checking those out, because it's so important you understand that prior to moving forwards and doing any work you do. You might just be standing, but you can do more harm if you're not aware of the best position for your spine. Okay, moving forwards, those of you who struggle to stay in one place, especially if you're hypermobile, if you want to stand and then maybe sit down and change, that is perfectly fine during the exercises. And I've got a couple of gadgets here I wanted to show you. So this is called an overball, and it's about 9 inches. And the other thing I have here is the band we sell, and we customized and made here at the Hope Center, which has resistance. It's very easy to hold because it has the loops and there's no grip. This is the same one you see just there holding a yoga mat. So it does work in so many ways, and it's a wonderful little gadget. So if you don't have any of these and you think, oh, what am I going to do? Go and get yourself a scarf, maybe a tie, maybe even a belt. Yeah, so let's be practical. Use what you have. We can work with it. And instead of the ball, we can use maybe a glass bottle, okay, or any ball you might have. What we're going to do first is sit down, if that works for you. If you want to keep standing, of course you can. But if we sit to start with, I just want to demonstrate the simple things about neutral spine. Let's be sure that we have our spine elongated. Okay, I'm going to sit on the box in a minute so you can see a side view. Relaxing your shoulders and getting the feet hip width, the knees hip width, and hip in line, obviously. So we don't want to close the knees and we don't want to open the knees and overturn on the ankle. Please be safe throughout the whole thing. If you need a break anytime, of course you can. So I'm going to sit all the way back on the seat so I'll have enough room to relax the hips. The tailbone is down to the floor and the spine is elongated. Okay, so I must make sure that the shoulders are relaxed at all times. And as I start to work, it is possible that the shoulders or other parts of the body might try to take over. So the focus today, remember, is the ankles. So I will come back and rescan the body every so often, and I will remind you also. Now, if you think about the tailbone, just to show you from a different angle, tailbone to the floor should feel slightly down and tucked. What it might make you feel like is as if you're pulling back. The middle back, your thoracic spine should be relaxed, okay? Try to think of a magnet from the crown of your head pulling you up to the ceiling, and keep the shoulders relaxed. At the same time, it's a struggle to keep the tailbone tucked if you can manage. And that is the safest position for your spine. So I showed you a side angle, but if I sat down facing forward on the box, the feet are slightly lifted. It's too high at this point for my height. But some of you, if you are a little bit taller, especially if you struggle with your hips or knees, instead of standing sometimes, this might be an option for you. Maybe the side of your sofa. So at this point, I'll stand up and show you the neutral spine. Standing position. Same thing, we want the tailbone slightly tucked. And the knees are soft. So I always think of like a trampoline. If you sort of bounce on it a few times and then come up and elongate, what we don't want to do is lock the knee. We want to keep it slightly soft. If the legs are too tight and stretched out, what happens is we can't get neutral spine. So must have a small bend, just a little bit soft, and a tuck, okay? So we hold that position and we keep the spine elongated. Now, it's your choice if you want to be stood up or sat down.